You have to understand, and this is just the reality. They're going to do everything they can over the next year and a half to make race conversations highly uncomfortable. They're going to try as hard as they can to get black people and white people to go at each other. They're going to do some crazy shit, and it's going to be real hard to like keep your head and keep your mind and say, hey, wait a minute. We don't hate each other. These are just bad people doing bad things. Because the minute that we start to come together, they're going to do everything they can at any cost to make black people and white Americans, black Americans and white Americans think that we are each other's enemy. And if we come together and we say, no, we're actually Americans and you guys are tyrants and you're fucking the system for us, and we do that, they're done. Yeah, it's over for them. They cannot win without there having to be massive division at that level between black and white. If black and white people come together, bro, those people are done. And that's already happened. Like I told you last week, a lot of black people are realizing, damn, dude, they're doing the same thing to Trump that they've done to black men for the last 60 years.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what I was going to say, dude. That's one thing that's very, very important to note is that this stuff is going to get worse. It's going to get worse because
they're going to do horrible things to make. They're going to do horrible things, bro.
Well, dude, and I think for the average person, for most people, it's not even fathomable. Like they can't understand. Like they could not. You could not just tell a normal person like, "Hey, we have actors in our government that would be willing to kill, a whole classroom full of kids to achieve this certain policy."
Yeah, it sounds absurd.
Or we would bomb in our own country or in another whole it's not even like most.
It's a tough pill for it's a tough pill for people to swallow because most people don't have the capacity to do that kind of evil within them.
But dude, it's the truth.
I know
it's the truth, and like it's been documented over and over and over again. Right. And like at this point, I don't put anything past them. You can't, and I think like you said to your point, which I thought was amazing. It's like, we got to be able to see past the manufactured fear and crises. We have to be able to see past that and stay united, because if we can do that through all of these situations and all of these hoops and obstacles that they want us to jump through, this should be over for.
Yeah. There's a couple things that needs to happen. We need to understand that, yes, there's evil people out here. And yes, there's people who are racist. And yes, there's black people who are racist too. And yes, those people are going to do evil things. And we, the regular common sense citizens of this country that have good hearts and minds, we have to be prepared to handle that in society as it comes. And then we have to be smart enough not to label the entire other race that we happen to not be as the enemy. That's what they want. And it's not true. This is sad. These are innocent people that died for no reason. And but it's still not reflective of, white people's view of black people, or, when black people do fucked up shit to white people, that doesn't mean that all black people are evil, anti-white racists. Like, we have to understand that most 98% of people are good people. And then you have the 2% scumbag pieces of shit. And it's up to the good people. It's an obligation to the good people to not turn the other cheek to that 2%.